as the winter sun descends beyond distant hills, painting the horizon in shades of amber and rose. You find yourself standing at the edge of an ancient Slavic forest. The air is crisp and still, carrying with it the faint scent of pine needles and wood smoke from some distant village hearth. Snow has fallen gently here, dusting the branches of towering evergreens with a soft blanket of white, each flake catching the last rays of daylight like tiny crystals suspended in time. Your footsteps are the only sound as you venture forward, leaving gentle impressions in the pristine snow. The forest welcomes you with the quiet wisdom of centuries, its depths holding secrets and stories that have been whispered from generation to generation. As dusk settles around you like a velvet cloak, the space between day and night opens. This is the threshold hour, when the veil between our world and the realm of legend grows thin as gossamer. And it is here, in this magical moment, that the old tales come alive. You walk slowly along a winding path, guided by instinct and the strange pull of something extraordinary just ahead. The pine trees stand like silent sentinels, their branches heavy with snow, creating natural archways that frame your journey deeper into this enchanted realm. The temperature drops gently, but you feel no discomfort, only a pleasant awareness of the winter air against your cheeks. Above you, the first stars begin to emerge, tiny pinpricks of silver light against a deepening sky. And then, just as the last golden rays of sun filter through the forest canopy, you see it. There, perched upon the gnarled branch of an ancient oak tree, sits a creature of absolute wonder, the Firebird. Even from this distance, you can see the magnificent glow emanating from its feathers, each plume seeming to contain captured sunlight, radiating warmth and luminescence into the gathering dusk. The bird is larger than any ordinary creature, regal and serene, with a long, graceful tail that cascades down like a waterfall of flame and gold. Its presence fills the forest clearing with a soft, pulsing light that seems to breathe with life itself. You pause, scarcely daring to breathe, afraid that any movement might cause this miraculous vision to vanish like morning mist. But the Firebird turns its elegant head toward you, and its eyes. Oh, its eyes are ancient and kind, filled with the knowing of countless ages. It does not flee. Instead, it seems to have been waiting for you. The Firebird shifts slightly on its ancient perch, and with each subtle movement, ripples of golden light cascade through its magnificent plumage. The illumination it casts is unlike any earthly flame. It does not flicker or dance wildly, but rather glows with a steady, gentle radiance that seems to warm not just the air around it, but something deeper, something within your very soul. As you stand there, transfixed by this legendary creature, time itself seems to slow and soften. The urgency of the outside world, with all its noise and hurry, fades away like echoes in a distant valley. Here, in this sacred moment, there is only the quiet forest, the falling dusk, and the eternal presence of magic made manifest. The Firebird opens its beak, and when it speaks, its voice is like nothing you have ever heard. It carries the quality of bells heard across snow-covered fields, of wind chimes made from crystal and starlight, of ancient songs half remembered from dreams. "Welcome, wanderer," the Firebird says, and each word seems to settle into the winter air like snowflakes finding their resting place. You have come to the forest at the appointed hour, when the old stories awaken and the spirits of wood and winter walk freely beneath the moon. I am the keeper of tales, the guardian of the flame that never dies, even in the deepest cold of winter's heart. You find yourself moving closer, drawn by the gentle magnetism of the creature's presence. Your feet carry you forward without conscious thought, until you stand at the base of the ancient oak, looking up at the Firebird with wonder that fills your chest like warm honey. The snow beneath the tree is untouched, except for your footprints, creating a perfect circle of pristine white. "Sit, dear traveler," the Firebird invites, gesturing with one luminous wing toward the base of the tree. Rest your weary body against the old oak's trunk. Let the forest hold you. You are safe here, in this place between places, in this hour between hours. And so you settle yourself against the massive tree, feeling the solid strength of its ancient bark against your back. The wood is not cold, but rather radiates a deep, steady warmth. As if the tree itself contains a living heart, that beats in time with the earth below. Above you, the Firebird's glow intensifies slightly, creating a dome of soft golden light that shelters you from the deepening night. I will share with you the midnight tales, the Firebird continues, its voice growing even softer, more soothing. Stories of this forest and the spirits who dwell within it. Tales of frost and flame, of ancient wisdom and endless peace. Listen with your heart, dear one, and let each word carry you deeper into the realm of dreams and enchantment. The Firebird settles more comfortably on its branch, tucking its magnificent wings close to its body, and the movement sends gentle waves of warmth cascading down toward you. You feel it like a soft breeze in summer, like sunlight on your face after a long winter. It is comfort itself, made tangible. Long ago, the Firebird begins, its voice now taking on the quality of a storyteller who has shared these tales for countless generations. When the world was younger, and the forest stretched from horizon to horizon, unbroken by road or village, the spirits of nature walked freely, tending to the great cycles of season and growth, of rest and renewal. As the Firebird speaks, you notice that the forest around you seems to be listening too. The pine trees lean in ever so slightly, their branches barely moving, as if they too wish to hear these ancient words again. The snow itself seems to settle more softly, each flake finding its place with deliberate gentleness. In those elder days, the boundary between the seen and unseen was gossamer thin. Humans who ventured into the deep woods with respect and open hearts might encounter wonders beyond imagining. They might glimpse the frost spirit painting ice crystals on sleeping ponds. They might hear the Leshys song guiding lost travelers to safety. They might see the Rusalka dancing beneath summer moons, her joy rippling across the water like laughter made visible. The Firebird pauses, and in that pause, you become aware of the profound silence of the winter forest. It is not an empty silence, but rather a full one, pregnant with presence and possibility. It is the silence of snow falling, of trees breathing, of the earth resting beneath its white blanket. And I, the Firebird continues, I am the light that never fades, even in winter's darkest hours. My fire is not one of destruction, but of warmth and hope, of stories preserved through long nights, of the promise that spring will always return, no matter how deep the snow may fall. You feel your breathing naturally synchronizing with the rhythm of the Firebird's words. Each breath comes slower, deeper, more peaceful. The tension you did not even know you were carrying begins to melt away, dissolving like snow in sunshine. Tonight, as the moon rises and the stars wheel overhead in their eternal dance, you will meet the spirits of this forest. Each one holds a gift for you, a teaching, a blessing of peace. The golden glow surrounding you pulses gently, like a heartbeat, and you realize that you are becoming part of the story yourself. You are no longer simply an observer, but a participant in this ancient tale. The forest has welcomed you into its deepest mystery, and you are being woven into the fabric of legend. The Firebird's tale continues, each word falling like a gentle blessing. The forest remembers all who enter with pure hearts, it says softly. The trees remember, the snow remembers, even the silence itself holds memory like water holds reflections. You find yourself sinking deeper into comfort against the oak's sturdy trunk. Your body feels heavy in the most pleasant way, as if you are becoming rooted like the tree itself, drawing nourishment from the earth, from the very stillness that permeates this enchanted place. In winter, the forest dreams, the Firebird explains, and its voice now seems to come from everywhere at once, from the trees themselves, from the snow, from the starlight beginning to strengthen overhead. The animals curl into their burrows and hollow trees, breathing slowly, their hearts beating with the patient rhythm of the season. The sap in the trees descends, concentrating in the roots, holding all potential for spring's eventual return. Everything rests, everything waits, everything trusts in the cycle that has never failed. Above you, through the branches of the oak, you can see the first true stars of night. They seem impossibly bright against the deepening blue of the evening sky, each one a point of crystalline clarity. The Firebird's glow reflects off the snow around you, creating a sanctuary of golden white light. And this is the wisdom I offer you tonight, dear traveler, the Firebird says. its voice growing even more gentle, more soothing. Just as the forest rests in winter, so too can you release the need to strive and struggle. You can trust in the natural rhythms that move through all living things. You can surrender to the peace that waits beneath the surface of your thoughts, as deep and still as frozen water beneath ice. The words wrap around you like the softest blanket, like a grandmother's embrace, like the feeling of coming home after a long journey. You feel your eyelids growing heavier, though you do not want to miss a single moment of this magical encounter. Rest now, the Firebird whispers. Let the forest hold you as it holds all its creatures. Let the oak support your weight. Let the snow silence all that troubles you. Let my light warm you from within. And as you settle even deeper into relaxation, you notice that the forest is beginning to transform. Subtle movements catch your eye. Shadows that are not quite shadows. Presences that have always been there, but are now choosing to be seen. The other spirits are near, the Firebird tells you, and you can hear the smile in its voice. They have heard that a traveler sits beneath the story oak. They wish to meet you, to share their gifts. Are you ready to venture deeper, dear one? Ready to walk further into the heart of winter's tale? You nod slowly, or perhaps you only think of nodding. It hardly matters. The Firebird understands. Then let us continue, it says. Let us walk together through the midnight tales, each one carrying you deeper into peace, further into the dreamtime where all healing happens. The Firebird extends one wing slowly, gracefully, and a cascade of gentle sparks drift down like luminous snow. Each spark fades before it touches the ground, winking out of existence with the softest whisper. Before we venture onward to meet the frost spirit and the forest guardians, the Firebird says, its voice now barely above a whisper, a sound like silk sliding across silk. I offer you this blessing, a gift to carry with you through all the tales to come. You watch as the Firebird's glow begins to pulse with a slower rhythm, matching the gentle beating of your own heart. The light seems to breathe with you, expanding as you inhale, softening as you exhale. May you remember, always, that you carry your own light within, the Firebird murmurs. It may seem dim at times, obscured by the storms of life, but it never extinguishes. Like my own flame, it is eternal, needing only gentle attention to glow bright once more. The words settle into your awareness like stones sinking into still water, creating ripples that spread outward, touching everything. You feel a warmth kindling in your chest, a recognition of something true and ancient. May you find comfort in the cycles of rest and growth, the Firebird continues. May you trust the winter seasons of your own life, knowing that they are not endings, but preparations. Germination happening in the darkness, invisible but essential. The forest around you has grown so still that you can almost hear the snow itself, the gentle whisper of crystal against crystal as the temperature drops and the flakes settle more firmly. The night is deepening, the sky darkening to the rich blue-black of velvet, and the stars multiply overhead, a vast tapestry of light. May you walk in peace through all the forests of your life, the Firebird whispers. May you recognize the sacred in the ordinary, the magical in the everyday. May you remember that you are always, always held by something greater than yourself. Your breathing has become so slow, so peaceful, that you barely notice it anymore. You are simply part of the breathing of the forest, of the earth, of the cosmos itself. The boundaries between yourself and the world around you have grown soft and permeable. You are the snow and the tree and the starlight and the Firebird's glow, all at once. The path continues deeper, the Firebird says, and now its voice seems to come from inside your own heart. But there is no hurry. We have all the time in the world, all the time outside of time. The next part of our journey will unfold in its own perfect moment. The golden light begins to shift, subtly changing, and you sense movement in the forest beyond your sheltered circle. The presence of something ancient and cold, but not unkind. Morozko comes. The Firebird breathes. The frost spirit draws near. Rest now. Breathe. Let the story carry you. Let yourself drift on the current of these ancient tales. You are safe. You are held. You are exactly where you need to be. And with those words, the first act of the Midnight Tales gently concludes. the ending indistinguishable from the beginning of what comes next. All of it flowing together like water, like breath, like the endless cycle of stories that have no true beginning and no final end. And so the Firebird's light guides you forward, not ahead in any hurried way, but gently, the way moonlight guides a stream. Deeper into the ancient forest, where the air grows colder, purer, crystalline. You can feel the change in your breath now, each exhale becoming visible, transformed into delicate silver mist that hangs for just a moment before dissolving into the darkness between the trees. The snow beneath your steps grows deeper here, softer, untouched by any path, each footfall creating that perfect sound of winter, a gentle compression, a whisper of acceptance. The pine trees stand taller in this deeper place, their branches heavy with accumulated snow that has built up over countless quiet hours, bough after bough, holding the weight with ancient patience. And it is here, in this sacred depth of winter silence, that you first notice the patterns. Delicate frost crystallizing across the bark of sleeping trees, formations so intricate they could not be random, designs so purposeful they speak of an artist's gentle hand. The ice catches what little light filters through the canopy, transforming each tree trunk into a canvas of silver and blue, galleries of frozen beauty that seem to shimmer and shift as you pass. You slow your pace even more, drawn by the artistry, by the impossible delicacy of each frozen fern pattern, each starburst of ice, each crystalline branch spreading across the wood like memories being written in a language older than words. And then you sense a presence, not sudden or startling, but gradual, the way dawn comes to the winter sky. Something ancient moving through the trees, with the sound of wind over snow, with the feeling of frost forming on window glass. And you understand, even before you see him, that you are in the presence of Morozko himself, the frost spirit. The winter artist, the keeper of stillness and the painter of peace. Morozko appears not all at once, but gradually, the way ice forms on a lake. First as a suggestion in the air, a thickening of the cold, a concentration of winter itself, and then as a figure between the trees, tall and ancient, his form seeming to be composed of frost and starlight, of crystallized air and frozen breath. His beard flows long and white, decorated with tiny icicles that chime softly as he moves, each one catching the ambient glow and sending tiny rainbows dancing across the snow. His robes are the pale blue of ice in moonlight, embroidered with patterns that mirror the frost he creates, shifting and changing as though alive, as though breathing. His eyes are kind, impossibly old and impossibly gentle, holding within them the wisdom of 10,000 winters, the memory of every snowfall that has ever graced the earth. He moves with a silence that is complete, his steps leaving no prints in the snow, his passage disturbing nothing, only enhancing the peace that already exists. In his hands, he carries a staff of ancient wood, so covered in frost it has become part crystal, part tree, the boundary between the two impossible to discern. And as you watch, standing perfectly still, he approaches one of the sleeping trees, a great oak that has weathered countless seasons. He raises his staff with movements that are slow, deliberate, ceremonial, and touches the bark with gentleness beyond measure. Immediately, frost begins to bloom from the point of contact, spreading outward in patterns of impossible intricacy. Spirals and stars, ferns and flowers, geometric precision combined with organic flow. The ice creates a scene, you realize, a picture forming on the bark, and in it you see a summer memory. Green leaves and warm sunlight, preserved now in winter's embrace, protected, held safe until the time of renewal comes again. Morozko works in silence, his concentration absolute, his artistry pure meditation, and you understand that this is not merely decoration, not simply beauty for its own sake. This is blessing. This is protection. This is the way winter keeps the forest's dreams safe while it rests. And now Morozko speaks, his voice reaching you not through the air, but somehow deeper, resonating in your bones, in the quiet spaces of your heart. His words are like frost itself, crystalline and pure, each syllable chiming softly like distant bells heard across a frozen lake. Winter is not death, he says, so gently, so kindly, but the deepest form of rest, the most profound renewal. He moves to another tree, his movements flowing like cold water, like ice forming, and again he touches bark with his staff, Again, the frost blooms in patterns of breathtaking beauty. All living things must have their season of stillness, his voice continues, each word settling over you like falling snow. Their time of gathering strength in darkness, their period of dreams and restoration. You watch as he works, tree after tree, each one receiving his blessing, each one being covered in protective patterns of ice that somehow feel warm, feel safe, feel like comfort itself. The forest sleeps, Morozko tells you, his ancient eyes meeting yours with bottomless kindness, and in sleeping, it prepares for spring. The sap slows, the heartwood rests, the roots draw inward to their deepest wisdom. This is not ending, but essential pause. Not loss, but sacred conservation. His words weave through you, finding places of tension and dissolving them, finding places of hurry and gentling them into stillness. And you too, my child, he says, his voice growing even softer, even more tender. You too must have your winter, your time when striving ceases and simple being is enough, when you trust the frost to protect you, when you allow the cold clarity to settle deep within your bones, teaching you the wisdom that only stillness can provide. He gestures across the forest, and you see now that every tree, for as far as you can perceive, has been touched by his art. Every trunk telling stories in frost, every surface blessed and beautiful, and deeply, profoundly at peace. Rest is not weakness, Morozko whispers, his words becoming part of the night itself, but the foundation of all strength. Stillness is not emptiness, but fullness beyond measure. Winter is the season that makes all other seasons possible. Morozko turns his attention now to the smaller things, to the sleeping ferns bent beneath their burden of snow, to the moss-covered stones that line a frozen stream, to the delicate branches of young saplings waiting patiently for spring. Each receives his touch, each is blessed with patterns of protective ice, each is seen and honored and given permission to rest completely. You find yourself drawn closer, moving without conscious decision, until you stand beside the ancient spirit, close enough to feel the cold that emanates from him. But it is not a harsh cold, not a bitter or biting chill. Rather, it is the cold of clarity, of purity, of air so clean it seems to wash through you, leaving everything brighter, clearer, more defined. Touch the frost, Morozko invites, gesturing to one of the patterns on a nearby tree. Feel the beauty that comes from surrender to winter. Your hand reaches out, moving slowly, and your fingertips brush against the ice. It is cold, yes, but also somehow warm, vibrating with a frequency you can feel but not hear, humming with life held in perfect suspension. The pattern under your fingers depicts a bird in flight, wings spread wide, frozen in a moment of absolute freedom. Every fear you carry, Morozko says softly, his voice now so quiet it might be your own thought, can be transformed by stillness, can be held in winter's embrace until it loses its power to harm, can be preserved and understood and in time released. The frost beneath your fingers seems to pulse gently, and you feel something within you begin to soften, some tight-held worry beginning to loosen its grip. The forest teaches by example, the frost spirit continues. See how the trees make no effort, how they simply stand and receive the snow, the ice, the blessing of rest. They do not resist winter. They know that resistance only brings breaking. Instead, they yield, they bend, they allow the season to cover them completely, trusting in the ancient rhythms, trusting in the return of light. You feel yourself swaying slightly, your body wanting to yield as the trees do, wanting to stop holding so much, controlling so much, worrying so much, wanting to simply be here, in this moment, in this blessed stillness, covered in Morozko's gentle frost. And now, Morozko places his hand upon your shoulder, and though it should feel cold, impossibly cold, instead it feels like the deepest comfort, like permission granted, like a blessing received. You may rest now, he tells you, and his voice is the voice of every gentle winter night you have ever known, every peaceful snowfall, every moment of crystalline clarity. You may let the frost cover you, may allow the ice patterns to form across your worries, preserving them, but taking away their sting. May trust winter to do what winter does best, which is to slow everything down to the pace of peace, to reduce all complexity to simple beauty, to teach through stillness what motion can never reveal. His hand on your shoulder grows warmer somehow, or perhaps you are growing colder, but in the best way, in the way that means letting go, surrendering effort, sinking into the support that has always been there beneath you. The forest will watch over you, Morozko promises, his ancient voice full of certainty, and I will paint patterns of protection all around you, frost that holds only beauty, cold that brings only clarity. You are safe here, safe in winter's heart, safe in the season of deepest rest. And as he speaks, you feel yourself settling, your breathing slowing to match the breathing of the sleeping forest, your heartbeat finding the ancient rhythm that underlies all life. The patterns of frost seem to extend to you now, forming on your skin, not as ice, but as sensation, as tingling peace, as the feeling of every cell in your body being blessed and released to rest. Winter knows, Morozko whispers, his voice beginning to fade, becoming indistinguishable from the gentle sound of snow falling on snow. Winter knows the secret that spring sometimes forgets, that all growth begins in darkness, in cold, in the willingness to stop and be still and trust the ancient patterns. His presence begins to diffuse, spreading out into the forest, becoming the air itself, the frost itself, the peace itself. Rest now, comes his voice one final time, so soft, so distant, so deep within you it might be your own deepest wisdom speaking. Rest now, the forest rests, the winter rests, and you may rest too, completely, safely, held in the eternal embrace of Morozko's blessing. And the frost patterns shimmer once more in the darkness, settling into stillness, into silence, into peace, so profound it becomes indistinguishable from the beginning of the next tale, the next presence, the next gentle unfolding of midnight enchantment. And from that profound stillness, from the spaces between the frost patterns where silence grows deepest, comes the softest sound. Not quite a footstep, not quite a whisper, but something older than both, the gentle movement of the forest itself, taking form and breath. The Leshys emerge from the shadows between the ancient trees, stepping forth from moss-covered groves where twilight never quite fades. These woodland guardians appear as if they've always been there, as if your eyes are only now learning to see what has surrounded you all along. Their forms blend seamlessly with the forest, bark-textured skin dappled with lichen, hair like cascading pine needles, eyes reflecting the soft glow of winter stars. They move with impossible grace, their footsteps making no sound upon the snow, leaving no trace, as though they walk between one breath and the next, between one heartbeat and its echo. The tallest among them pauses near an ancient birch, placing one weathered hand against the pale bark, and you can almost see the connection, roots to branches to sky, all flowing through this timeless guardian. Their presence brings no alarm, only the deepest sense of rightness, as if the forest itself has opened its arms in welcome, inviting you into its most sacred trust. The Leshys regard you with gentle curiosity, their ancient eyes holding no judgment, only the patience of trees that have watched centuries unfold like petals. One of them gestures slowly, invitingly, toward a grove where the snow lies especially soft, where fallen logs have been arranged by time and nature into perfect resting places. And you understand, without words, that you are being offered something precious, sanctuary in the heart of the wild, acceptance into the eternal rhythms that have sustained this forest since before memory began. The air here feels different, thicker with peace, laden with the weight of countless quiet nights, countless seasons of rest and renewal. You can smell the deep, rich scent of earth beneath snow, of pine resin and ancient wood, of moss and mystery. And as you move toward the grove, following the silent invitation of these woodland spirits, you feel something within you beginning to align with the slower pulse of this place, your own rhythms naturally adjusting to match the measured breathing of the sleeping forest. You settle into the grove, finding a place among the soft snow and cushioning moss, and the Leshys gather around you in a loose circle, not confining, but sheltering, like trees themselves arranged by nature's wisdom. They continue their ancient work even as you rest, tending to the sleeping forest with movements so gentle they seem like thought made visible. One Leshy kneels beside a hollow log where a family of hedgehogs slumbers in hibernation, adjusting a cover of dried leaves with infinite care, tucking them more snugly against winter's deepening cold. Another moves between the trees, touching trunk after trunk, and where those weathered fingers make contact, you can see a subtle shimmer, as if the guardian is sharing strength, offering encouragement, whispering wordless assurances to the dreaming wood. And then, so softly you almost miss its beginning, comes the humming, low and resonant, rising from deep within the chest of the nearest Leshys, a sound that seems to vibrate through the ground itself, through roots and soil and stone. It is not quite music, not quite speech, but something that existed before either, something that simply is, primal and pure. The melody, if it can be called that, has no clear beginning or end, just an eternal turning, like seasons cycling, like breath flowing in and out, like the patient growth of trees, adding ring after ring. Other Leshys join the hum, their voices weaving together in harmonies that shouldn't work, but somehow create the most perfect sound you've ever heard. The sound of forest itself, singing. Each voice carries different tones, one like wind through high branches, another like water over stones, another like the creak of old wood settling, another like the rustle of 1,000 leaves. Together they create something vast and encompassing, a lullaby that has soothed this forest for ages beyond counting. You can feel the vibration of it in your bones, in your chest, resonating with something deep inside you that recognizes this as the first music, the original song, the one from which all others descended. And as you listen, truly listen, you begin to hear layers within layers. The memory of spring rains in those tones, the echo of autumn winds, the crystalline clarity of winter silence, the green explosion of summer growth. All seasons, all times, all moments, held within this single, eternal hum. The snow around you seems to glow faintly in response to the sound, each flake catching and holding a tiny fragment of the melody. The trees sway almost imperceptibly, their branches moving without wind, swaying to rhythms too slow for ordinary perception. And you find your own breathing naturally falling into sync with the rise and fall of the humming, your heartbeat adjusting to match its deep, steady pulse. The humming continues, unchanging, yet somehow never monotonous, and within its embrace you feel yourself sinking deeper into rest, deeper into the acceptance of this enchanted night. The Leshys move through their eternal tasks with such grace, such unhurried purpose, that simply watching them becomes a meditation, a practice in presence and peace. One guardian approaches a young pine, barely taller than yourself, and cups a gentle hand beneath its lowest branch, examining where ice has formed along the needles. With breath alone, a soft, warm exhalation, the Leshys melts just enough ice to ease the burden on the tender branch, but leaves enough to insulate, to protect. Such perfect balance in every gesture, such profound understanding of what is needed. Another Leshys discovers a bird's nest, long abandoned for the season, but still precious, and carefully brushes away the heavy snow that threatened to break the delicate structure. These small acts of care, witnessed in the deep night, feel like prayers made manifest, like love given form without thought of recognition or reward. This is simply what the Leshys do, what they have always done, what they will always do. Tend the wild places, guard the sleeping things, maintain the ancient balance between growth and rest. And you realize that you too are being tended, being guarded, being gently held within their circle of care. Your presence here is not an intrusion, but an honor, an invitation into the sacred, ordinary work of the forest spirits. The humming shifts subtly, taking on new harmonics, and now you hear within it the sound of every creature sleeping beneath the snow, the slow heartbeat of hibernating bears, the clustered warmth of winter bees, the patient dreaming of roots and seeds waiting for spring. All of them held within the Leshys song, all of them remembered and honored and protected. The tallest Leshys, the one who first gestured you into the grove, settles onto a fallen log nearby, close enough that you can see the intricate patterns in the bark-like skin, the way moss actually grows in the creases, the way small mushrooms cluster near the collar, as if this guardian is truly more forest than being, more place than person. And yet the eyes that meet yours are filled with unmistakable intelligence, unmistakable kindness, and something else, a recognition that makes your heart ache sweetly, as if this ancient spirit knows you, has always known you, has been waiting for this moment when you would finally find your way into the forest's heart. A weathered hand extends toward you, palm up, offering nothing and everything. And you understand it as both blessing and invitation. To rest, to trust, to become for this night another sleeping thing beneath the Leshys' watch, another creature woven into the great pattern of the forest's dreaming. You accept the blessing, feeling its warmth spread through you like honey dissolving in tea, slow and sweet and thoroughly comforting. The humming of the Leshys grows softer now, softer but somehow more present, as if it's coming not from around you, but from within you, from the very center of your being. The forest breathes, and you breathe with it. Long, slow inhalations that taste of pine and winter and timelessness. Equally slow exhalations that release everything you no longer need. Tension, worry, the frantic pace of waking life. All of it flowing out of you like water finding its level, like snow settling into its natural rest. The Leshys continue their gentle humming, but some of them begin to settle as well, their work for this portion of night complete, their vigilance no less for being still. One by one, they find their own resting places among the roots of ancient trees, against the broad trunks, in hollows perfectly shaped to hold their forms. And as they settle, their appearance shifts subtly, becoming even more tree-like, their features softening into wood and moss and shadow, until you can barely distinguish guardian from grove. But the humming never stops, never falters, as though the forest itself has taken up the melody, as though the trees and earth and snow are all singing together, creating a lullaby that needs no singers because it simply exists, woven into the fabric of this enchanted place. You feel yourself beginning to drift, your edges blurring like the Leshys forms, as if you too are becoming part of the forest, rooted and held and utterly safe. The stars above seem to pulse in time with the humming, their light growing softer, warmer, more golden than silver now. And you notice that small lights have begun to appear among the trees. Not fireflies, wrong season for that, but something else. Tiny glowing motes like captured starlight, drifting lazily through the air, settling on branches and snow with the gentlest kiss of luminescence. The Leshys' magic, perhaps, or the forest's own dreams made visible. The lights dance without hurry, without purpose beyond beauty, beyond the simple joy of existing in this perfect moment. One drifts close to you, hovering near your hand, and you can see that it's not light contained in form, but light that is form, pure and simple, and impossibly lovely. It touches your fingertip with a sensation like warmth and coolness combined, like the feeling of peace itself made tangible. And then it drifts on, joining the slow constellation of lights weaving through the grove, turning the space into something beyond magical, something holy in the oldest, quietest sense. The humming continues, softer still, now barely a vibration, barely a suggestion of sound, more felt than heard, the heartbeat of the sleeping earth, the pulse of winter's deepest rest. And you understand, in the wordless way of dreams, that you could stay here forever, held in this moment, cradled in this ancient protection, and it would be enough. More than enough. It would be everything. And in this space of perfect stillness, where the Leshys have become the forest, and the forest has become song, and the song has become the very air you breathe, you feel the last threads of waking consciousness beginning to loosen, to drift away like those glowing motes of light, dispersing into the gentle darkness. The humming is now less than a whisper, less than a breath, just the faintest tremor in the earth beneath you, the softest vibration in the air around you. But it's enough, more than enough, to carry you deeper into tranquility, deeper into the forest's endless dream. One of the Leshys, or perhaps the spirit of an ancient tree, impossible now to tell the difference, extends a branch-like arm above you, and from it, soft moss begins to grow, with impossible, magical speed, lowering down like a blanket, like a benediction, settling over you with the weight of love itself. Warm, despite being moss, soft beyond imagining, carrying the scent of every peaceful forest night that ever was. You are being tucked in by the forest itself, claimed as one of its own, accepted into the great slumber that sustains all growing things through winter's test. And you have never felt so safe, so utterly without fear or need, so completely held. The glowing lights begin to dim, not going out but settling into the snow, into the trees, into the very substance of the grove, as if they're being saved, stored like summer sunshine for the long winter ahead. The stars above grow softer, their light muted to the gentlest suggestion, barely distinguishing earth from sky. And the humming, that ancient, eternal humming, fades to silence. Not ending, never ending, but moving beyond the range of hearing, sinking into the spaces between heartbeats, into the pauses between breaths, into the deep quiet that underlies all sound. The Leshys are completely still now, indistinguishable from the forest, dreaming the forest's dreams, and you are among them, part of their circle, part of their vigil, part of their rest. The winter night deepens around you, profound and complete, and somewhere in the distance, or perhaps very close, impossible now to judge, you sense another presence beginning to stir, drawn by the peace the Leshys have woven, drawn by the magic gathered in this grove. The next spirit, the next tale, the next unfolding of midnight's enchantment, but that is for later, for the next breath of story. For now, there is only this, the embrace of moss and earth, the protection of ancient guardians, the eternal rhythms of the sleeping forest, and you, held within it all, safe and small and infinitely cherished, drifting, drifting, into dreams as old as trees, into rest as deep as roots, into peace as lasting as the forest itself. The Leshys watch over you as they watch over all sleeping things, and the night continues its slow turning, gentle, endless, perfectly still. The Leshys watch over you as they watch over all sleeping things, and the night continues its slow turning, gentle, endless, perfectly still. And now, following the whisper of winter wind, you drift further into the forest's heart, where moonlight pools like liquid silver. The trees begin to thin, opening to reveal something magical, something shimmering in the distance. You hear it before you see it clearly, a sound like bells made of ice, like wind chimes carved from crystal, the soft, persistent music of water moving beneath frozen layers, a stream, ancient and patient, winding through the snow-laden landscape, its surface glazed with ice so clear it seems like glass, like a mirror reflecting the enormous moon that hangs low and luminous in the star-scattered sky. The full moon bathes everything in gentle radiance, transforming the world into something between waking and dreaming, between memory and myth. You approach slowly, your footsteps muffled by deep snow, and as you near the frozen water's edge, you notice the air has changed. It carries a coolness that's different from the forest behind you, fresher, touched with the memory of spring waters and summer rain, even here in winter's deepest embrace. The ice along the stream's banks catches moonlight, holding it, refracting it into subtle rainbows that dance just beneath the surface. And there, seated upon a smooth stone at the water's edge, where the stream still moves in slow, lazy currents beneath its crystal ceiling, there sits a figure of impossible grace. The Rusalka. Her presence is both tranquil and enchanting, neither alarming nor intrusive, simply meant to be. Her hair flows like liquid silver, like moonlight given form, cascading past her shoulders in gentle waves that seem to move with their own tidal rhythm, even in the still night air. It catches the moon's glow, reflects it, amplifies it softly. Her gown seems woven from mist and memory, from the foam of distant waterfalls, from the silk of morning dew. It shifts between shades of palest blue and softest white, never quite settling on a single hue, moving like water even though she sits perfectly still. Her eyes, when she turns them toward you, are deep and calm, the color of forest pools in summer, holding ancient wisdom and gentle welcome. She smiles, and the expression is as warm as her element is cool. Welcome, dear wanderer. Her voice flows toward you, soft as water over smooth river stones, musical and unhurried. Come, sit beside the water, rest here where winter preserves what summer once gave. Let me share with you the stories held in ice, the dreams suspended in frost, the memories that sleep beneath frozen surfaces, waiting for their time to flow again. You settle beside her on the snow-softened bank, and immediately you feel the deep peace of this place. The moon above seems closer here, more present, bathing you in its gentle light. The Rusalka's presence is profoundly calming, like being near deep water on a summer evening, like hearing distant rain while safe and warm inside. Winter holds so many secrets, she begins, her voice a gentle current carrying you deeper into tranquility, beneath the ice, beneath the frost, Summer still dreams its warm dreams, waiting, patient, eternal. The Rusalka's voice continues to flow, soft and rhythmic, like a lullaby sung by streams. Let me tell you of the wildflowers, she whispers, that grew along these banks when summer held the world. Forget-me-nots the color of morning sky, wild roses blushing pink and white, tall grasses swaying in warm breezes, their seeds floating like wishes on the air. As she speaks, you can almost see them, those summer memories, shimmering just beneath the ice, preserved perfectly in winter's cold embrace. They sleep now. The Rusalka's words grow softer still, their roots dreaming deep in the earth, their essence held safe beneath snow and frost. But they are not gone, only resting, only waiting, as you too are learning to rest, to wait, to trust in the cycle that always brings renewal. The moonlight seems to pulse gently with her words, and you notice how the ice reflects not just light, but something deeper. Echoes of green summer leaves, the ghost of warm sunshine, the memory of dragonflies hovering over laughing water, all of it still here, all of it held in crystalline suspension, peaceful and protected. There was a day, the Rusalka continues, her voice growing dreamier with each word, in the height of summer, when children came to this stream to play. Their laughter rang like bells, their small feet splashed in the shallows, sending up diamonds of spray that caught the sunlight. I watched them from beneath the water's surface, and their joy became part of the stream's song, forever part of its flowing music. You can almost hear it, that distant laughter, not sad in its pastness, but sweet, comforting, a reminder that happiness leaves echoes that never truly fade. And there were long summer evenings her voice flows on, gentle as a current, when lovers walked along these banks, hand in hand, speaking in soft voices, or saying nothing at all, just being together in the golden light of sunset. Their tenderness sank into the water like flower petals, like blessings, and the stream carried those blessings onward, downstream, outward, into the wider world. The Rusalka pauses, and in that pause you hear the small sounds of ice settling, of snow shifting slightly, of the deep earth breathing far below, all of it slow, all of it peaceful, all of it part of the great rhythm she describes. Even now in winter, she whispers, those blessings remain, frozen in time, held in place, waiting to flow forth again when the season turns. Nothing beautiful is ever truly lost. It only transforms, only rests, only waits for the right moment to bloom again. Her words wash over you like gentle waves, each one softer than the last, each one carrying you deeper into a state of profound relaxation. Your breathing has slowed to match the rhythm of her storytelling, deep and even, calm and natural. You see, the Rusalka says so softly now, almost a whisper, winter teaches us that rest is not emptiness. Stillness is not absence. In the frozen stream, in the sleeping seeds, in the quiet forest, there is fullness, there is richness, there is life dreaming itself forward into new forms, new seasons, new beginnings. You feel this truth settling into your bones, into your breath, into the deepest parts of yourself. The moonlight wraps around you like a blanket of silver, and the Rusalka's presence beside you is like an anchor, holding you safe, holding you peaceful, holding you exactly where you need to be. The Rusalka shifts slightly, and the movement is like water itself moving, graceful and effortless. Would you like to hear another memory the ice holds, she asks, though it's less a question than an invitation into deeper dreaming. You nod slowly, or perhaps you only think you nod. It's becoming harder to tell where your awareness ends and the peaceful night begins. Once, her voice is barely more than a breath now. A great heron came to this stream. Its wings were the color of winter sky, its legs long and patient as reeds. It would stand so still in the shallows, so perfectly motionless, that fish would forget it was there and swim close, too close. She pauses, letting you imagine that graceful bird, that perfect patience. The heron taught me much about stillness, the Rusalka whispers, about the power of not moving, not striving, not reaching, just being, just waiting, just allowing the world to come to you in its own time, in its own way. You feel yourself becoming like that heron, still, patient, perfectly at peace with simply being. The heron knew, she continues, That stillness is not emptiness. Waiting is not wasting. In that perfect quiet, in that absolute calm, there is tremendous awareness, tremendous presence, tremendous life. Her words are like stones dropping into deep water, creating ripples that spread outward through your consciousness. Soft, expanding, peaceful. You too can be like the heron. The Rusalka's voice flows on, softer still. Here by this frozen stream, beneath this patient moon. You need not move, need not strive, need not do anything at all. Just rest, just be. Just allow yourself to sink into this stillness, this peace, this perfect present moment. The world around you seems to be fading at the edges, growing softer, dreamier, less distinct. Only the moon remains clear, only the gentle sound of the Rusalka's voice, only the deep sense of peace that has settled over everything like fresh fallen snow. And there were otters, she whispers, introducing another summer memory, who played in these waters when they ran free and wild, sleek and joyful, diving and twirling. Their play was prayer, their joy was meditation. They knew something humans often forget, that delight and peace are not opposites, that happiness can be quiet, gentle, soft. You can almost see those otters, feel their joy, but it's distant now, dreamy, seen through layers of gentle fog and moonlit ice. They would float on their backs. The Rusalka's voice grows even softer, paws folded on their chests, letting the current carry them, trusting the water, trusting the flow, nothing to do, nowhere to go, just floating, drifting, held safe by the stream that knows the way. You realize you are like those otters now, held safe, carried gently, trusting completely in the flow of this night, of this story, of this journey into sleep. Let the current carry you, she whispers. Let the stream of dreams hold you safe. Let the flow of night take you where you need to go. You are safe here. You are held. You are exactly where you belong. Her words are almost inaudible now, merging with the small sounds of night, with the whisper of your own breathing, with the deep quiet that underlies all things. Float, drift, let go, she breathes. The water knows the way, the night knows the way, sleep knows the way, and you need only surrender to the gentle current, carrying you home. The dreams of return, the dreams of peace, eternal peace. The Rusalka's presence remains beside you, constant as water, gentle as moonlight, though you can barely perceive anything now beyond the deep peace that holds you. The frozen stream, the silver moon, the star-scattered sky, all of it is fading into soft darkness, into the gentle void of approaching sleep. You have journeyed far tonight. Her voice is less than a whisper now, almost a thought placed directly into your dreaming mind. Through forest and frost, through ancient wisdom and gentle spirits. And now you rest here at the water's edge, where winter holds summer's memories, where ice preserves what warmth once gave. You are safe, you are held, you are blessed. Her words are like a lullaby sung by the earth itself, by the turning of seasons, by time moving in its great slow wheel. The spirits of this forest she breathes, the Firebird, Morozko, the Leshys, and I, we are all around you, watching over your sleep, guarding your rest. We are the old ones, the eternal ones, and we have watched over countless sleepers through countless nights. You are one with all who have ever rested in peace, all who have ever surrendered to sleep's gentle embrace, all who have ever trusted the darkness to hold them safe. You feel this connection, this thread linking you to all the peaceful sleep that has ever been, a vast web of rest spanning time and space, and you are held within it, supported by it, part of it. Soon the others will join us. The Rusalka's voice fades further still, in the clearing where all tales end, where all journeys come to rest. But for now, float here with me, drift here in the moonlight. Let the frozen stream sing you deeper, deeper, into dreams. The ice beneath the surface seems to pulse with faint light. Or perhaps that's just the rhythm of your own slowing heartbeat, your own deepening breath. Everything is becoming one thing, one soft, peaceful thing, one gentle darkness, one eternal rest. The water remembers everything, she whispers, and everything returns to water, to flow, to peace. You are returning now, flowing back to source, to stillness, to the great deep rest from which all things emerge and to which all things return. You cannot feel your body anymore, or perhaps you can feel nothing but your body, relaxed completely, surrendered fully, given over entirely to this moment, this peace, this sleep, drift. The Rusalka breathes, like a leaf on gentle current, like a thought dissolving into dream. The water carries you, the night holds you, sleep claims you, and you go willingly, peacefully, gratefully, into the deep. Her voice has become the sound of water itself, indistinguishable from the slow movement beneath ice, from the patient flow that never stops, that continues even when frozen, even when still. You are the stream, she whispers. You are the ice. You are the moon reflected. You are the snow falling. You are everything and nothing, everywhere and nowhere, awake and asleep, here and gone, drifting, drifting, into the space between. The words space out now, long silences between. Silences filled with nothing but peace, but rest, but the soft eternal darkness of perfect sleep. Let go, she breathes. Let go of the last thread, the last thought, the last hold on waking. Let yourself fall, float, drift into the arms of sleep, into the embrace of night, into the blessing of deep, deep rest. And you do, you let go, you release, you surrender. The Rusalka's presence fades to nothing but a memory of comfort. The moon dissolves into darkness, the frozen stream flows away into dream. And there is only peace, only stillness, only the soft eternal night, carrying you away, away, into sleep, into dreams, into the deep quiet where the Rusalka's tales are preserved like summer in ice, waiting, resting, blessing you as you drift away, away, into perfect endless sleep. And from that deep quiet, from the Rusalka's final whisper, you feel yourself being gently drawn forward, forward through the silent forest, where the path opens into a clearing, a sacred space where moonlight pools like liquid silver. And as you arrive in this hallowed circle among the ancient trees, you sense them gathering, all the spirits of these midnight tales converging in this place of ultimate peace. The Firebird descends first, its radiant feathers catching the moonlight, but notice how its glow has changed, softer now, warmer, like embers fading to their gentlest warmth, no longer blazing with sunset brilliance, but glowing with the tender light of ending day. the peaceful luminescence of a candle in its final hours. And the light it casts is the color of amber honey, of golden warmth, bathing the clearing in hues of comfort and safety. You watch as Morozko emerges from between the snow-laden pines, the frost spirit moving with crystalline grace, his presence no longer sharp with winter's bite, but soft, nurturing, like the first gentle snowfall that blankets the world in hushed tranquility. His breath creates delicate patterns in the air, ice crystals that catch the Firebird's glow and scatter it into 1,000 tiny stars, each one a blessing, each one a promise of rest. Behind him come the Leshys, those ancient forest guardians, their moss-covered forms seeming to grow from the very earth, bringing with them the scent of pine and soil, of deep forest loam and sacred growing things. Their footsteps make no sound, yet you feel each one as a pulse of calm, a heartbeat of the sleeping world. And finally, flowing like mist over the frozen stream, comes the Rusalka, her silver hair streaming behind her like water made visible. Her presence bringing the memory of flowing things, of gentle currents, of the eternal movement that paradoxically creates the deepest stillness. All four spirits, all four guardians of this mystical realm, gathering in a circle, and you are at the center, held, protected, blessed beyond measure. The Firebird settles upon the lowest branch of an ancient birch, its feathers rustling with a sound like distant wind chimes. And from its throat comes a single note, a tone so pure and gentle it seems to come from the stars themselves. And one by one, the other spirits join, Morozko's voice like the whisper of snow, the Lesh's deep hum like roots growing, the Rusalka's melody like water over stone. Their voices weave together, creating a harmony that has no beginning, no end, only an eternal present moment of perfect peace. Listen to their blessing song, this ancient lullaby that predates memory, that has soothed the forest through countless winters, through ages beyond counting. The harmonies rise and fall like breathing, like the gentle rhythm of a sleeping heart. And you feel your own breath beginning to synchronize, to match the pace of this eternal music. Breathing in, as the notes rise, breathing out, as they fall away into silence. And with each breath, you sink deeper into relaxation, deeper into the soft embrace of this enchanted moment. The Firebird's glow pulses gently, in time with the music, in time with your breathing, growing warmer and softer with each pulse. Each wave of golden light that washes over you carries away tension, carries away the day's concerns, carries away everything except this present moment of perfect calm. You feel the light soaking into your skin, into your muscles, into your very bones, bringing warmth, bringing weight, bringing the most delicious heaviness that makes you want to sink, to settle, to let go completely. Morozko steps closer, and his presence brings a different gift, the blessing of coolness on your brow, like a gentle hand soothing away all worry. His crystalline breath creates patterns in the air around you, sacred geometry of ice and starlight. Each pattern a ward against restlessness, each crystalline formation a guardian of your peace. You watch the ice patterns form and dissolve, hypnotic in their gentle repetition, and your eyelids grow heavy, so heavy, weighted with the most pleasant exhaustion. The Leshys begin to hum their deep earth song, and you feel it resonating in your chest, in your center, connecting you to the ground beneath, to the ancient foundations of the world. Their song speaks of roots growing deep in darkness, of seeds sleeping beneath snow, of the profound rest that comes before renewal. And you understand, in some wordless way, that this sleep you're entering is sacred, is necessary, is part of the eternal cycle of all living things. The Rusalka's voice flows around and through the others, adding layers of liquid melody, her song telling of the peace found in depths, in the quiet places beneath the surface, where no wind disturbs, where no light intrudes, only the soft darkness of perfect rest. Her voice grows softer, softer, like a stream flowing away into the distance, and you find yourself following it, drifting along on its current, effortlessly floating toward deeper peace, deeper stillness. The spirits continue their weaving, their voices creating a tapestry of sound that wraps around you like the softest blanket. You feel completely safe, completely held, suspended in this moment between waking and sleep. This threshold where magic still lives, where blessing is real. The song continues, eternal, unchanging, and yet somehow always new, always exactly what you need to hear. The Firebird's glow has softened even further now, from amber to the palest gold, like starlight, like the last light of evening, its warmth spreading through the clearing like honey, like peace made visible. And as you watch, you notice the stars above beginning to descend, slowly, so slowly, lowering from their distant heights, drawing closer to the earth, closer to this sacred gathering. The barrier between sky and ground grows thin, translucent, permeable, until there is no separation, only continuity, only wholeness. The stars settle onto the snow like gentle snow themselves, each one a soft point of light, neither hot nor cold, simply present, simply glowing with quiet constancy. They gather around you, around the spirits, around this entire blessed space, until you are surrounded, cradled in a nest of starlight and snow, and the stars begin to hum, adding their celestial voices to the spirit's song. The music expands, deepens, becomes vast as the sky, intimate as a heartbeat, and you are held within it, suspended in sound, in light, in perfect safety. The Firebird spreads its wings slowly, gracefully, each feather trailing light like golden rain, and as the wings extend, you feel yourself being gathered in, pulled close, embraced by warmth and safety. The spirit's heartbeat pulses against you, slow, measured, peaceful beyond words, and your own heart slows to match, beat by beat, growing calmer, quieter, more settled with each pulse. Morozko's ice crystals have formed a canopy above, a delicate lattice of frozen starlight, protecting, sheltering, creating a sanctuary within the sanctuary. Through the crystalline patterns, the moon shines softly, filtered, gentle, casting everything in the most soothing light, silver and blue, gold and white. All the colors of dreams, all the shades of deepest peace. The Leshys have rooted themselves around the perimeter, becoming living guardians, their ancient presence a promise that you are watched over, protected, that nothing will disturb your rest. You can feel their strength, their permanence, their deep connection to the eternal rhythms of the earth, and it makes you feel safe, so safe. Safe enough to let go completely. The Rusalka circles the space like a gentle current, her movement creating flow, preventing any stagnation, keeping the energy soft and alive and nurturing. Her song has become almost inaudible now, more feeling than sound, more presence than melody, a whisper beneath a whisper, carrying you down, into deeper layers of tranquility. And together, all of them together, the Firebird, Morozko, the Leshys, the Rusalka, and the descended stars, create a field of such profound peace, such absolute calm, that you feel yourself dissolving into it, boundaries softening, separateness fading, until you are not in the clearing. You are the clearing, you are the peace, you are the blessed sleep itself. The spirit's voices grow softer now, softer, fading to the volume of breath, of snow falling, of stars burning in the infinite dark. You can barely hear them, yet you feel them completely, vibrating in your chest, in your bones, in the spaces between thoughts. This is the lullaby of the universe itself, the song that sings the world to sleep each night, the eternal hum that underlies all existence, and you are being granted the gift of hearing it, of joining it, of becoming part of this ancient music. The Firebird's light continues to dim, not going out, but transforming, becoming the glow of embers, of coals buried in ash, still warm, still present, but no longer insisting on attention, content to simply be, to simply radiate gentle warmth into the darkness. And in that dimming, in that softening, there is no loss, only transformation, only the natural progression from day to night, from waking to sleep, from seeking to finding, from longing to peace. You watch the golden glow fade to amber, amber to rose, rose to the palest pink, and finally to a light so subtle it might be imagination, might be memory, might be the light that exists behind closed eyes. And it's perfect, this gentle darkness, this soft night, because you are not alone in it. The spirits remain, their presence constant, even as their visibility fades. You feel Morozko's coolness, the Leshys' solidity, the Rusalka's flow, the Firebird's warmth, all of them still here, still holding space, still blessing your descent into sleep. The stars that descended have become indistinguishable from snowflakes now. Soft, cool, gentle touches against your skin, each one a tiny blessing, a small permission to rest, to release, to surrender to sleep's embrace. And you do. You surrender, letting go of the last threads of wakefulness, feeling them slip through your fingers like water, like mist, like dreams already fading. Your body has become so heavy, so relaxed, that you cannot tell where it ends and the earth begins. You are sinking, settling, merging with the snow, with the ground, with the deep sleeping heart of the forest itself, and it feels right, feels natural, feels like coming home after a long journey. The spirit's song has become silence now, or perhaps silence has become song. There is no difference anymore. The sound and the stillness are one. The light and the dark are one. The sleeping and the waking are one. And you are dissolving into that oneness, becoming peace, becoming rest, becoming the very essence of sleep itself. Morozko's final gift is the cool kiss of night on your brow, releasing the last warmth of day, the last brightness of consciousness, inviting you into the deep cool of night, of dreams, of the place where spirits and sleepers meet. The Leshys roots wrap gently around you, not binding, but embracing, connecting you to the eternal, to the ancient, to the deep, slow time of trees and stones, where nothing rushes, where everything rests in its own perfect rhythm. The Rusalka's final whisper flows over you like water, like silk, like the softest darkness. Her voice carries no words now, only feeling, only the sensation of flowing, of letting go, of allowing the current to carry you away, away into the deep places, the quiet places, the sacred sleeping places where dreams are born. And you flow with her, effortlessly, naturally, following the gentle pull of sleep, the irresistible tide of rest. You are so deep now, so far into peace, that the forest clearing seems distant, seems like a beautiful dream. And perhaps it is, perhaps it always was. Perhaps this entire journey has been sleep's way of claiming you, of drawing you gently, lovingly, irresistibly into its embrace. And you go willingly, gratefully, releasing everything, holding nothing, simply allowing, simply being, simply sleeping. The Firebird's light is gone now. Or you have passed beyond seeing it, moved into a depth where light is no longer needed, where darkness is complete, is perfect, is everything you need. And in this darkness you are held, blessed, kept safe by forces older than time, by spirits who have guided countless souls into countless nights of perfect rest. You are not the first to sleep here, and you will not be the last. You are part of an eternal procession, a sacred lineage of sleepers, all of us connected, all of us blessed, all of us held in the same gentle hands of night. The spirits fade, or you fade, it no longer matters which. The boundary between self and world has dissolved completely. You are the darkness and the stars within it. You are the snow and the silence. You are the sleep and the sleeper, undivided, whole, complete. And in this wholeness, this unity, there is nothing to seek, nothing to do, nothing to be except exactly this, exactly here, exactly now, which is already perfect, already enough, already everything. The forest breathes, slow, deep, eternal. And you breathe with it, your breath indistinguishable from wind, from snow, from the gentle respiration of all sleeping things. In and out, slower, slower, until breathing itself seems to stop, and there is only stillness, only peace, only the infinite moment of perfect rest. The blessing is complete. The spirits have given their gift. The tales have been told. The journey has reached its end, which is also its beginning, the eternal circle of sleep and renewal. And you are released into the deepest sleep, the most profound rest, wrapped in protection, covered in blessing, held in love. You sink and sink and sink into layers of peace beyond naming, beyond knowing, beyond anything except pure experience, pure being, pure rest. And there, in the deepest place, in the quietest moment, in the most perfect stillness, you find what you've been seeking all along, which is nothing, which is everything, which is simply this: sleep, sweet sleep, blessed sleep, eternal sleep. The spirits watch over you, the stars guard you, the forest holds you, and you sleep and sleep and sleep. carried on the gentle breath of the universe, rocked in the arms of ancient magic, blessed beyond measure, now and always, forever, sleep. Thank you for listening tonight. If this story helped you drift off, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more calming stories. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time.